Okay, so this morning I am looking at Starbucks. It had a big move on Friday, so looking for a pullback into this 2-day VWAP and prior support here around 77.50. So just a quick dip into this level and then maybe a back through open or something like that. I'm also watching UNH on the daily. It had a first red day, then it put in an inside day, and now it's actually opening below this level. So maybe it comes back into it for a retest and then fails. But I don't know. This one doesn't have a lot of volume, so maybe I won't take it. I'm not entirely sure. Then I'm watching CRWD. Selling off. A lot of people talking over the weekend about this one. Looking for a VWAP continuation on this one. I fucked this up on Friday, so just want to be super patient today and make sure I take high quality setups for high quality VWAP continuation. Then I'm also watching Netflix for a VWAP continuation. It put in a pretty solid VWAP continuation on Friday. So just looking for a day 2 VWAP continuation. Now we have the market open. So if I throw in UNH here, so it has, whoa, a $2 spread. That's crazy. So Starbucks, low RVOL right now. Justin got long. I'm in touch to the penny. Its RVOL still like 1. Mm. RVOL is 1.2, so it's like All right, so I'm taking this one as a 9 EMA bounce. We have S-Bucks who sold a lot, more than expected. So a lot of selling, and I never take this actually to the short side, or it's really my first time. But it comes in, touches the 9 EMA 3 times, and then has an engulfing candle here, and then interesting. And now it's just kind of chopping around. And it's not able to get back above the 9 EMA yet. So this is a really nice candle, I think. Mm. Just gonna get out of this trade. It should have gone down there, and it didn't, so. It did not get filled. Alright, so now I'll look for a second chance into this level, because this was a opening range break. Alright, and then go look at the S-Bucks. Our wall is 1.71. Netflix, chopping around. So I'll get rid of this idea. Keys are just still holding up. CRWD is putting in a second chance. Hmm. So the exact same thing sort of happened here. And I wasn't in neither of them. But now we're doing a second chance. I'm just going to hit it a little early since I feel like the selling pressure is on now. And then I want to see if S-Bucks is going to do the same sort of thing. So I'll just put right there. And one of the reasons why I wanted to hit this a little early is because last time I wasn't able to get involved because it was like dropping too rapidly. So I feel like if you try to just hit the bids, like it's on SSR, so if people are really dumping, not able to get it. 20. It's crazy. I was within 2 cents, 4 cents of getting stopped out there. When the spread is like $1. It's not $1 right now, it's like 20 cents, but it was like 50-cent spread at least earlier. It's crazy. I would at some point. I would. So during this whole like piece, it was trying to hold, and then it got an opening range break, got back above, got below again, failed again, and so I would expect that volume, like if it goes through this level, I would expect that at some point I want to see like big volume come in, like a big volume or like around here. So opening range break, big volume, right back up to it. So this was 2708. 2708. It's doing 2 Arval. And then, so I think this area here is going to be definitely an area where you want to be out on. Hmm. Hesitating on that one, so probably a good indication I shouldn't do it. I feel like this looks much cleaner. Opening range break, boom, volume comes in, volume engulfing candle, and then the 2 I feel like is respecting very well the 2 minute. The 90 MA on the 2 minute is respecting it very well. So, gonna look for it to come in as 270.08. This is the daily low from 2 days prior. $270.08. It is fighting. It's interesting. I mean, on the 2-minute, it just looks kind of gross. I guess that's where I should just keep hanging out at. Definitely elevated selling that's going on here. The 1-minute is too twitchy, but this looks really great on the 5-minute. $270.08. I was thinking about taking this one, but I didn't like it because, yeah, it wasn't nearly as clean. $270.08, taking half. It's rebidding here. What the fuck just happened? Um, $15. I don't know. Alright, so I'm having another hotkey issue. I'm 15, so I'm still full size. So I just took off half of that size. EMA is still holding really well. Big volume pops on the breaks. So sellers are still very much in control. Down 12%. So pretty much I'm looking to take half off into like a deep overextension. And then I'm just trailing on the 9 EMA. Yeah, so if we get another like volume leg down or something, I'm just looking for some very aggressive momentum. So rebid candle here on the 2-minute. Just watching volume here. Well, our vol's actually been increasing as time goes on. It tried to rebid, but it's not able to. I mean, this thing may offer a VWAP continuation at some point today. I feel like a lot of people are probably maybe waiting for that to happen, but that's why these second chances give you an opportunity to get involved in a mood like this with very low risk. Oh, that's such a big move. This candle has already gone down like several dollars. There's a big rebid. There's the bullish engulfing. RSI is like really low. So RSI was 13. It's probably an average RSI of like 10. So you do get a Rubberband that can trigger right here. So I think this is 26718. Maybe I should exit on rubber bands. Thing is, like, there was never any. I mean, there's just a rebid right here, right? There's like never any like deep capitulation. Like, I wouldn't get involved in this rubber band. feel like buyers are definitely like they're definitely trying to buy this dip. Just holding for the 90 EMA on the 2-minute. And I mean, I'm just gonna hold. Just holding for, because I was looking at getting out half on the rubber band. But again, I feel like this is not a rubber band. Like there was a lot of volume that's done here, but it's never deeply extended. That's like why I'm not even taking a partial. Like if it deeply extends and then rubber bands, yeah, I mean that's a high quality rubber band. But it is consolidating right here, so wouldn't be surprised if it like breaks through this consolidation. Yeah, like what it's doing right now. And then back up to the 9 EMA. And then we have to see it hold the 9 EMA. I want to see how it reacts around this 9 EMA, because this would be the first time it's touched the 9 EMA since the second chance was put in. So 268, like 13. So I think I should just hold the rest for break even. So I'm like here-ish. Yeah, why don't I do that? I'll just get out a half. So for the break of this 267.85. I really want to see a break of the 9 EMA. So yes. Watching the bid, see if they're going to step up. They're stepping back down. So we have 68.80. So I'll get out of half here and then I'll just move my stop. That was weird. I'll move my stop just to break even, which is going to be 272.06. Oh, because I had this fuck up. It did fuck up. $272.08. It's kind of the middle of the range. I really like it. See if I can have a lower high put in that I can risk against. Otherwise, if it bursts to this area here, probably just get out, because the odds of it hitting VWAP or just stopping me out like around here, I feel like it's pretty significantly stepped, since you do have a nice rubber band on the 5 minute even, it looks like. Yeah, why don't I just do that? So we have a nice EMA on the 5 minute, and I'm at 272. Yeah, I'll just do that. 9 EMA. Mhm. All right, so I just got back here, and this is exactly not what I wanted. This thing is like in a traditional, and now it's rebidding here to make a decision. I guess I have to get out. I'm at 272. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get out. I'm gonna at least let it see if it'll just, do a double top and fail from here, or to see if it really starts, pushing off and getting aggressive before I get out. But the thing is, my stop, because I fucked up this hotkey here, so my stop is here, which brought down my average. So I actually like lose if it goes above this area. So this is 272.08, which is like around here-ish. I'm definitely gonna take a bunch of heat on this, so I just have to get out. So bids got hit there. See how well it's holding up. Pretty aggressive, and I can't even get out. There it is. So how do we do this? We get a big move down, goes back up to, hopefully it will touch VWAP. Yeah, hopefully it'll do it right now. So I'll have a good stop out area. It's also trying to rebid, which I feel like is important. Because if it gets below this area, like this is where it's backside, and this is the low of day yesterday. So this is a very significant area here. I just really wish that it would hit VWAP. I feel like if it doesn't, I should actually use 10% instead of 20%. Yeah, so it's starting to, I mean, it's lost trend here. Hopefully it'll like rebid. It's like a 40-cent spread here. Hopefully it'll just like rebid and then consolidate a little bit and then boom. But looks like we just got a 5-minute candle, so yeah, hopefully it'll consolidate here for a couple minutes and then go. But I think I just have to hit it if it goes. Hit. There it goes. So it's more of a trade on the 5-minute. Looks pretty clean. So basically, you have a trend on this rubber band. It tried to hit VWAP, but it wasn't able to. Starts to put in a couple of inside bars, puts in 3 inside bars. This is the backside of the trade as well, so you can see it kind of just bursts, it puts in a consolidation and then bursts aggressively through this level. This level is also the low of 2 days ago. So this is a very significant level that it burst through. It's not able to get back above, or it goes into VWAP, then starts to curl lower, loses the 9 EMA after it had reclaimed, and then loses trend, loses the 9 EMA, and then starts to sell. It put in bids at the whole dollar, and then it begins to just drop, and just a lot of red is getting hit. So definitely a significant level here, and hopefully this, I mean, this should sell. Like, this is a pretty good setup. Now, whether or not I should be, the thing is, it didn't hit VWAP. Like, what would be more ideal is if it actually touched VWAP, maybe spiked a little bit more, then put in a couple inside bars. But this is a pretty solid VWAP continuation. The only thing is I would have liked it to touch VWAP and then fail. But it came, I think, very close, within like a few cents. So I think it met like that criteria. If I were to lose on this VWAP continuation, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, you're so stupid." Like, I'll still like the shit I did on Friday. That was just a dumb trade. And the thing is, like, why that was such a bad trade on Friday is because I'm using the same amount of risk that I'm using like right now. And look at this setup. It, puts in a traditional rubber band. It, after like selling so hard, comes back to VWAP, gets above this key level, and then breaks down below a key level. This is worth risking 20%. Previously, it just kind of like sold a little bit. It looked weak momentarily. And so the caliber of great. This has so much more going for it. Having said that, I am risking my entire day here. And it is still holding above this level, which I don't like. And oftentimes these VWAP continuations, like it's trying to do right now, oftentimes they will come and hit VWAP after doing like this pullback. And now I'm starting to get like pretty nervous. And the thing about it, a spike in volume here too a little bit. The thing about it is like this could touch VWAP, just stop me out. So I think I have to move it. I don't know. This one's really tough. I'm generally not in favor for moving your stop, but I think if you have an area that like your stop, this is why the VWAP continuation is so much better whenever it touches VWAP, because then you have like a clear line in the stand, especially when it like spikes above it and it goes back down. Because even if it does have a second pop, which does often has a second pop, and then just puts in a lower high and then roll over. If your stop is below VWAP because it wasn't able to make it, it could second chance sort of thing and come into VWAP, then touch it, not able to get above VWAP, and then fail. In which case I would have just gotten wicked out, and then so basically I have the choice of get stopped out, then re-enter again, which I don't want to do. Or I can take a little bit more heat on this trade, allow it to touch VWAP, and then go down. Again, typically I wouldn't move the stop, but I feel like this, because of this news, I just have high conviction. I know I got burned on Friday because of my high conviction, but today, there's obvious selling here. I think this is such a big catalyst. The entire internet, well, not entire internet, but this is why trading is so hard too, because like you'll have such a big catalyst, like causing airplanes to be delayed in medical fields and like a good chunk of the internet going down because of a company pushed out, an update. And you're like, oh, okay, well, I'll just short it because that's such bad news. And yet you can still lose on it. So, yeah, very well may get stopped out of this. So I have VWAP at 274.02. In the 5-minute, it's 274 basically. So 274. Basically, right now, I'm just kind of praying for a lower high. So it's already not doing what you kind of expected to do for these continuations, which is go up, make an attempt, break trend, and then start to break down over a key prior support resistance area, which it did here. And then it just goes like kind of straight down to low of day. So instead it just touches it and then pops right back up. So 273.39. And yeah, it got stopped out. So the question is, if it fails now I have a distinct higher low. The question is, if it fails now, do I enter in again? And this is the thing, I just changed my my risk on my VWAP continuation. I doubled it, so I went from 10% to now 20%. And the thing is, I've had 2 losing VWAP continuations on those higher levels of risk, and that's going to, drastically change my metrics. But I think it's fine. I don't know. I still have like another week or two to, week and a half to trade the VWAP continuations, and hopefully I'll start to get some winners again on them and on those higher risk levels. So that'll help out my metrics a little bit. And Lance is always in the favor of bumping up risk every 2 weeks, which I find difficult to do because I feel like I don't have enough metrics. Because if I only take one of these VWAP continuations a day, if that, I don't have a lot of data to go off of. But what I am working on is so I'm just collecting data, right? And so my second chance, I've been working on improving this for a while. I think this was a pretty clean one since you get a clear opening range break, comes back up. Now, granted, I almost got stopped out, but and it just wicks back up, which I don't really love either. But yeah, it just held a 90 MA on the 2-minute and then continued its trend. But like this second chance, was huge risk reward. These second chances are huge risk reward. And so yeah, I've increased my second chance this month from 3% to 6%. Next month I'm likely going to go to 10% because my metrics are so good on it. And really, I'm trying to get it to 20%, right? Every like core strategy I would ideally like to be 20%. And so even though I might be red on the month or something, these second chances are showing me like I have something, pretty special in a second chance. And so I just need to increase risk on them now. And maybe the VWAP continuations, maybe they don't resolve, nearly as much. Or when they do, like they double bottom and then hold too much. Whereas second chances, they don't double bottom very much. Like if they do, you get stopped out. Like that's, but when they go, like they can really go. So yeah, I feel like second chances maybe have a lot better risk to reward. So maybe that's where I can just focus on scaling those things up. I feel very uncomfortable because I'm like one bar, right? I almost got stopped out here. But right now I feel uncomfortable like putting 20%. But as I collect metrics and find things that, refine my criteria, like the difference between like Starbucks had a second chance too. So this was a sort of an open range break. But look at the volume profile. Um, so it does do it, and then it, um, you know, barely breaks low day. Um, well, it second chances here. It makes low of day, and then now it's right back above VWAP. So I think I was justified in not taking um, this trade, even though it kind of set up in a similar fashion. But the volume profile wasn't the same. Meanwhile, you have CRWD that volume profile is like flat, and then you get a big break on the opening range break, and that's what you want to see. Although I would say this one's a lot choppier. Starbucks is actually a better like follow through. Like you get real, deep down into, then you come back up and then fail. It's kind of like almost a VWAP continuation in the sense that you kind of want to see that momentum come through. And just keeping an eye on it though, because right now, it might break out and continue higher, which is what it should do if it's going to have continued strength. But if this fails right here where it should go, and then starts to get back below this area, I think that this can offer another view up continuation trade. So I am watching see where I should take profits. Typically, I take at low of day, I'll take half of the position at low of day. But this one's a little tricky since it was a rubber band on the 5-minute. So should I take it at this level here, where it was a clear like resistance flush and then a rebid through that level? Or should I take it actually at low of day? The other thing that this is a much later time frame. If you have continuation, normally I'm done trading by 11, but I actually entered this trade at 11:10. So this one made a low day. This was about 11 o'clock as well. It made a low day somewhere around 11:30, and then just held it all day. Don't really have a procedure for taking these trades on the 5-minute. And so the whole idea on the exit strategy for this VWAP continuation is that we'll start to get some momentum going into the low day. So we'll get some extension from the 9 EMA, which we did do. It'll come into like this low day area, which it came very close into it, and then just rebid off of this 265.75. So I think people are like, this is likely short covering. So I don't know, just and this could definitely be one of those bouncy ball setups, I think. But I don't want to hold a VWAP continuation for bouncy ball all day. So really it's just like double bottom, you take half, and then you'll take half into any overextensions. especially after you get low day and you start selling off, and then you exit the trade as it reclaims the 9 EMA on the 5-minute. Again, this is a bigger trade here, so I definitely want to hold maybe a core position for low day, just because if we do get a bouncy ball, I would like to have on a position and see how far this thing can go. But as of right now, just looking for it to see if it can reach low day. We're coming in at 264, and let's see if we can get another one of those cracks at 264. It's probably asking a little bit too much. Let's see. 264. So volatility again, definitely like a reaction area. A lot of market orders as well. Let's see if we can hit those bids and then get another flush through 264. $264. And let's see if those bids hit. We're on the 5-minute. We are trading on the 5-minute here. You can definitely see that right now there's a big reaction at this level at 264. I just don't have a lot of experience trading. So definitely a rebid sort of reaction here. And we get one more minute. And see, did this actually touch 264? It was 2 cents above 264. I think the other thing is if you're buying this breakout on a rebid off at 264, you have a stop at 264 or 263.99, which can create that extra selling pressure too. But you definitely see on the 5-minute there was a reaction there. So it's coming back down. 264. I think it's definitely, having a reaction, and I think if it gets back above this area here, they're trying to give it some room to break down. All right, so I just took half here. It's decrementing. There it goes. Let's see about the volume. The volume is pretty dead, or has been pretty dead for a while. So I would expect that volume would increase. I think on the 5-minute we're getting, it's really hard to say. And this could definitely do a second chance on the 264 break. So, break, volume, get a little bit of momentum going. See, I already took my half up here, so I can't do it anymore. I can take another half on the... How would I take another half on... We have a descent. So something like that would be a pretty nice chunk. And so let's just see if it's going to come back into 264. Volume definitely increased. I had a nice pop on that. It's still like low, for compared to everything else. So I'm just trying to see how I should deal with this. I think if we get a quick flush down into just a quick flush. While I'm waiting here, I'll just talk like briefly about, so what happened here is I took this as a VWAP continuation and I got stopped out. And I knew I was thinking maybe I should do 10% or something, but I'm still not at that point where I'm good at managing, my risks. And I think if I would have taken this at 10%, 20%, this would have been I guess, managed it a little bit better than just doing 20 and 20. But my point is, it's okay to take a trade, and this was a good setup, and it didn't work out. And I was talking about how it would be better that if it would touch VWAP and then fail, which is later what it did. So it gave me exactly what I wanted, and then I took the trade again. So I think this, just kind of goes to show that, like, when you take a good trade and you have a good reason, it follows your system, there's nothing wrong with taking that trade and then getting stopped out. And then if an even better setup occurs, then you take that one as well. Boeing's plane came off, our door came off the plane, and there was a lot of selling and it was a lot of buying and stuff. There's a lot of fighting at first, and then there's just more news that would come out, and indictments and whistleblowers and DOJ investigations. And when those news came out, I mean, the stock would just like rip, right? And so maybe you get something like that too with CRW. Is there's some sort of breaking news that comes out that says, like, engineers knew about it, and they were telling them not to release it, and then they did anyway. And I don't know. I like there's things that could come out as a big event like this, as it sort of more time goes on, more things come out. And so if an article comes out like that, the algos will immediately just hammer it. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I think why you want to keep a core position on, and just the longer this thing goes on as time goes, it can just keep falling, and it hasn't capitulated yet. There's a lot of traders who are sitting on the sidelines just waiting for a good base to finish, but this clearly isn't it. And I know Justin likes to do sometimes the first candle that like opens above a resistance, above below a resistance, or above or below the 90 MA. So reclaim is not really when it touches, especially probably in the afternoon. So we do have that right here. The ask at least touched it, and bids are back above it now. And so we do have 2 more minutes, so maybe just give this a little bit of time. See, it's a pretty big candle. So, but you got a little bit of volume that's in here. And the question is this going to continue to this 9 EMA 5 minute? Is it going to continue to provide resistance, or is it just going to build a base here at basically low of day, right? Because it broke through low of day and then it's able to reclaim. And let's just see if it reclaim. And I'm not going to wait the entire time, but I definitely at least want to see that like the bidders start stepping up and gets back above 64. Certainly will take away from that. So bidders are there. All right, so it took half here. And then I just have the rest at break even.